Broadcasting the truth, the puppet media dare not report. Long live liberty and death to the New World Order. Prepare yourself. This is Real News Radio with your host, Farron.
Welcome to the Real News Radio. This is your weekly Saturday broadcast where we filter through the lies of the corporate media, the disinformation being propagated and dispensed to the gullible American sheep people, where now, as we speak, the government appears to be preparing a mass vaccination for the American population. The same government that vaccination campaign in 1976 killed 25 times more people than the swine flu itself did. You see, our government creates problems, hypes scary scenarios, uses the puppet media to cause a panic in the citizenry, then plays the role of savior to the problem they themselves caused. Did the war on drugs end the drug problem? Did the war on poverty end poverty? No, the government took billions from those of us that work and incrementally took more and more of our rights to facilitate a police state and create even a larger welfare state. We have sat back and watched the trillions used for the war machine and the military-industrial complex, while the men with the real power, the men behind the curtain, continue the policy for America of empire by creating useless wars and looting our economy, and Obama has offered no change, quite the contrary. He is not only continuing the failed policies of George Bush, but he is amassing record deficits that should frighten us all into action. Are we so naive as a people to believe that our government has let our vast manufacturing base and factory jobs evaporate and allow our country to be overrun with illegal aliens because they are too stupid to do any better? No, I believe this is all by design. The men with the power are taking America into a fascist dictatorship by purposely bankrupting this country. And now they are preparing for a swine flu vaccination campaign. This government has forfeited any semblance of trustworthiness. They have lied to us repeatedly. They have made the wrong choices so many times that if I owned this station and broadcast 24/7, it would be quite an undertaking to enumerate them all. So I say that we draw our own line in the sand, and if this corrupt group of criminals that have hijacked our government have the gall to try to force a vaccination for you to keep your job, or force a vaccination for you to go to school, or to receive your Social Security checks, or if they release a killer flu, which we have reported is not a natural flu but a biological weapon created for this purpose, then it is time that the American people stand up, rise up and wise up and say that we've had enough. We do not trust you. We have had it with your intrusions, your lies, and your shame that you have brought on this great nation. We will not stand for your vaccination programs of any kind. The Second Amendment wasn't so that you can duck hunt. It wasn't so you can have shotguns. It was put in place to keep a well-armed citizenry that, if necessary, can take up arms and fight for freedom, for liberty, rather than cower down and lick the boot of a tyrannical government bent on destroying the American way of life and marching us into a global, enslaving, Orwellian New World Order. We are preparing for a September 12th protest downtown Statesville, 12 noon. We reject government-run health care, and we reject government-mandated, untested, dangerous vaccines. So we will have some commercials coming out on this. You can check it on our website, therealnewsradio.com, but September 12th, downtown Statesville, 12 noon to 2 p.m., we urge everyone to join us, and we'll give you some phone numbers that you can write down if you'd like to stay in contact and get more information. 704-682-3921. And we'll repeat that again, 704-682-3921. We will be updating this and have a little more information on it, but you can go to our website, therealnewsradio.com. We are preparing for a protest September 12th. As you know, there is a huge march on Washington on that day. Also, we want to announce that starting next week, 7 p.m., the Real News Radio will be right here Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m., here on WSIC and on the Liberty News Radio Network, libertynewsradio.com. So we will still be Saturday 9 to 11, but we will also be Monday through Friday 7 to 8 p.m. Also, I want to remind everyone, next month, starting next week, we are going to be doing a series on the War Powers Act, A Search for the Truth. Has the Constitution effectively been suspended? And I'm here today to tell you that unless someone can prove me wrong, I say the Constitution is in suspension and has been. I know this will shock most everyone, since March 9th, 1933. We have lined up as guests on the 12th. We are going to have Rodney Miller from Hickory, North Carolina. This gentleman has a lot of information. I'll guarantee you'll enjoy hearing him. We interviewed Dr. Chuck Baldwin on this topic and on FEMA camps, detention camps here in America. This past week, we're going to be playing that. On the 19th, we have a recording of Senator John McCain admitting in 1994 that we are under the suspension of the Constitution. We're going to play that recording for you. That same day, we will also have Virginia Fox. We have gave her all this information. We're going to ask her yes or no, is the Constitution suspended? And on September 26th, we have Dr. Gene Schroeder, the author of the book Constitution, Fact or Fiction, and I'll guarantee you will find this very interesting. First hour, all hour, he is going to join us. Personally, this is one of the most interesting interviews I think we will have conducted, and I look forward to it. This is a true patriot, Dr. Gene Schroeder. If you've never heard of him, do a little information, look into it. His book, I found out last night, I spoke to him, is out of print, unfortunately, and I wanted to buy a lot of copies, give it out. But we have the DVD that he made, War Powers Act, and if you will email us on there at therealnewsradio.com, we'll give it to you free. I'll mail it to you free. Anyone that wants it, send me an email with your address, and I will send this DVD to you free of charge. I urge everyone to look into this, because if the Constitution is suspended, then until we address that problem, what else really matters? So this is why that the president can legislate by executive order and basically make the Congress ceremonial. So we're going to be going into that all next month, starting next week. Next week, we're going to play FDR's inaugural speech of March 4th, 1933. If you've never looked at the text of what he said, and I had not until I started doing this research, it is amazing, Brian, wouldn't you say? I mean, he really laid it out there.
Is that the same speech? He said we had nothing to fear but fear itself?
Yes. Yes, yeah. And he said he was going to treat the Depression as we would an invading foe, and that's where he invoked the War Powers Act. So, and we've got a Senate report, 93549, 1973, stating that we had been under emergency rule for 40 years. So we're going to go into this. Why other media, other patriot movements have not went down this road, I do not know, but we are going to, we're looking for answers. We're asking the questions, we're looking for answers. The truth takes us wherever it goes. We're looking for the truth. We've got just a couple minutes before we go to break, but I wanted to announce all that. And remember, starting Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., The Real News will be right here on the Liberty News Radio Network, and we urge everyone to listen. We're going to have a new segment on Fridays, Free for All Fridays. Everyone can call in. We're going to have a local patriot as a guest for a 10-minute segment. If you feel like you're a local patriot, you've got something to say, you want 10 minutes of airtime, email us on air at therealnewsradio.com. We've already got some different gentlemen in mind to join us each Friday that I know are local patriots that I think that you will find very interesting. Fridays are going to be free for all. Everyone can call in and vent. It is a forum for the listeners, so we are trying to make some changes here at the Real News Radio for the better, because it looks like in light of the news that comes out each week, for the sake of our children's future, we maybe better step up the fight a little bit. Would you agree, Brian?
We better step it up a lot.
So all that's coming up. And again, the September 12th, downtown Statesville, 12 noon to 2 p.m., we are going to be protesting the health care agenda that's going to be coming up for a vote, government socialized, mandated health care, which we strictly oppose, and any kind of mass vaccination that they may be coming down the pike. We have to draw the line at our body We cannot allow the government to force us to take shots. I mean, we already do that as far as school children and this and that, but there's a lot of information out there that these shots are dangerous. They've not been tested. We've actually reported they're giving kids $40 toy vouchers to take these vaccine tests. I mean, it's just amazing. But we've got some clips we're going to play in the second